Yeah, and then there's something else that has caused a lot of volatility in these markets, and that has nothing to do with what's happening in the U.S. It has to do with what is happening in the U.K. U.K. Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng, as of this morning, being ousted and resigning. U.K. Prime Minister Liz Truss asking for his resignation, him giving it just 38 days after he became Chancellor. The move comes as Truss prepares a tax U-turn after financial turmoil. The U.K. will now have had 4 chancellors in 4 months. And she's just begun, I believe, a press conference in the past a few minutes or so. And it's just fascinating here what we have seen unfold in the UK with the so-called mini budget that Truss came out with that really came under fire and then caused effectively a crisis in the UK gilts market, which is their version of the Treasury market, as well as in the British pound, which you're looking at right now, then caused the Bank of England to come in with some accommodation, with some stimulus, and with some backing up for UK pension funds. And now the reversal of that to some degree, it's really just a stunning, everything thus far has been a stunning turn of events in the UK. And now this latest is still yet more stunning, Saz.
Absolutely. And no, it's tough. You see Kwarteng out, being sent packing, and then you have notes like this coming from the street, flash notes from Evercore ISI's Krishna Guha. We always cite his stuff. He's noting the biggest near-term source of global stress may now abate. It's hard to imagine one person's exit would be great news for global financial markets, but at least initially that's how the market is taking this. But very important point, I think, here by Christian. He goes on to note, we think the dynamic of surging real rates, a super strong dollar, and risk off fueled by a hyper-aggressive Fed will continue to stress macro imbalances. And it's not just the Fed. It's global central banks still dealing with the same thing. So I know the market loved its rally yesterday and things seem to be okay this morning, but it doesn't, one person's exit does not fundamentally address a lot of the imbalances in this global economy.
And Kwasi Kwarteng saying in a statement this morning, as I've said many times in the past weeks, following the status quo was simply not an option. Also went on to say for too long this country has been dogged by low growth rates and high taxation. That must still change if this country is to succeed. Seems like still going to be involved in this transition to a certain extent until they find that person that is stepping into the role. Well,
they've already found. Jeremy Hunt is the person who is going to be taking the place, who is a former cabinet minister there in the UK. So unclear whether now the direction is going to be dramatically different. Kwarteng and Truss had really been partners in forming this plan. So we'll see what happens now.
Absolutely.